Hey there, my fellow rejects. Rabbit here, and I got a really cool build for Warhammer 40k Darktide. It's for the Skitarii. Alright, so this one's actually follow-up to the Advanced Combat Doctrines point-and-click adventure build, which is coming out before this video, but the follow-up is a power overloaded Advanced Combat Doctrines build. Alright, so it's going to be using the same weapons, so the Galvanic rifle, ultrasonic blades. This time we're going to try to take advantage of the power overload and see how that does. A lot of it's the same, except I'm branching more onto this side, which you can see, we're taking some of these, taking this away. Alright, so let's start off the left side again. Power redistribution uplink. Critical hits restore 7.5% toughness, grant 15% toughness damage reduction over 3 seconds. Mass stand relay is going to give us plus 6% crit chance, increase to 10% when at 0 charges. Flux conduit buildup. Critical hits generate 5% capacitance over 4 seconds. And what you'll see for this build, I'm going to try to stack up as much critical hits as possible, just like the other one. And when we do get critical hits to go off, we'll get a little bit back for it. But continuing this way, we're going to get Channeled Motive Force. Spending 1 stamina grants 15% damage for 4 seconds. So there are going to be times where we're going to be in melee combat. Either things are going to be in our face or we're just out of ammo. So why not give a little oomph on our push, and then we can hit a little harder. Next, we're going to get the Artificer's Servo Skull. You can point this thing to attack non-poxwalkers. You can send this to go get a mini game done for you. And we're going to choose the New Spheric Command. Very useful. It's going to make it so the Servo Skull attacks faster for 2 seconds. It costs 25 capacitance, so you get 4 opportunities to use it before a single charge is used up. Useful if you run out of ammo, or you're busy shooting something big like a monstrosity, and this thing will help you hit it a little bit harder because it'll apply a burn stack to them. Pretty useful. Power overflow. Whenever we're at full toughness, we'll get 25% of that excess toughness replenish and give it to our teammates in coherency. So that'll pretty much try to keep everybody alive. So a little bit of this build is going to be for like, to buff your team and all that. We're going to go on the right hand side now, get Binary Ballistics Protocol. So elite kills restore 15 toughness over 3 seconds, which will help with power overflow. Then we're going to get Mobian Conductor, gain 15% damage for 10 seconds on ability use. Augmented Power Cycle, we're going to get 1% capacitance generated per second. Superior Defense Engrams, range kills grant stacks. Each stack replenishes 1% toughness per second. 5 stacks last 8 seconds. This is also going to pair up very well with Power Overflow. Very handy dandy. Next is Hybrid Combat Covenant. Melee kills increase range damage by 3% for 8 seconds, stacks 5 times. Ranged kills increase melee damage by 3% for 8 seconds, stacks 5 times. Unfortunately, we can't get by this, so we gotta get it in order to get to Power Overload. So this thing's pretty cool. I have another build I'm gonna make a video for where it's like Power Overload with Cord Claw. Very powerful. But what Power Overload does is kills by you and allies of coherency grant 1 stacks of Power Overload. Elite and Specialist enemy kills grant 2 stacks, max 30 stacks. Reaching max stacks causes an overload. and reset to 0 stacks. The overload grants you an ally's coherency plus 15% damage and 15% toughness damage reduction for 8 seconds. But most importantly, we need to grab these two nodes here. First one is Invigorating Overload. You and allies in coherency restore 20% toughness and stamina when the overload occurs. This, again, is going to pair very well with Power Overflow. Any excess we can generate will be given to the team. Static Capacitor Drain. This is the most important one that you should always take when you're going to run Power Overload. It's important because of these things here. Oops. Let me turn off my VTuber model again, because you won't be able to see the bottom right hand side. So Static Capacitor Drain says, overloading 8 times grants you plus 15% damage. If you do it 16 times, you get plus 20% damage, toughness damage reduction. If you do it 24 times, then your capacitance generation increases by 25%. These bonuses last until death. And if you are staying alive consistently throughout a run, then you're going to be rocking like so many kills with Advanced Combat Doctrines. So handy dandy, always use this if you're going to use Power Overload. Don't remember if I talked about this one. But superior defense engrams, range kills. I think I did talk about this. Never mind. Superior tracking litanies, minus 50% move speed penalty while bracing or aiming down sights. Additionally, you gain minus 30% weapon spread. Now, this one, it is optional. There probably is something better that you can get, but sometimes you're going to need aim down sights when you're like run out of juice for Advanced Combat Doctrines. So I don't know. Up to you to use this or not. There might be something better. Maybe you could like throw it up in here or something. Actually, that gives me an idea. Why don't we take that out? Gain 5 stacks for each charge spent. Now that's giving me an idea. Put it here so we can get this trigger more often. Alright. Yes, okay. There you go. Yes. Okay. I think all the rest of this is the same. Assassination protocols increase rain damage versus Ogrins, monstrosities, and captains by 25%. Ammunition deposit gain 25 toughness, and you and allies have coherence to gain plus 10% ammo reserve. Galvanic marking array. Ranged elite kills increase damage by 5% for 15 seconds. Stacks 4 times, decays 1 at a time, so if you can get this to go off, which you will, you'll be rocking an extra 20%. Very good. Then we're going to get Ammo Cell Augury, plus 25% ammo reserve. So in total, we're going to be getting, what, 35% extra ammo reserve, which we're going to need for this build. Gunsmith, you got to get it anyways. Gain 15% reload speed. And when you're not shooting for 5 seconds, each second spent not shooting reloads 7.5% of your clip from your ammo reserve. Ammunition Restoration Pod, every 15 seconds replenish 1% of your max ammo reserve. Gotta get it anyways. And you're gonna be shooting a lot anyway, so it's a better idea to get that. Advanced Combat Doctrines, you spend 25 capacitance, switch your secondary weapon. Your weapon locks on to enemies close to your targeting reticle, granting you inhuman accuracy. You gain minus 90% spread and minus 60% recoil for its duration. While active, you drain 10% capacitance per second and an additional 1% per shot. The drain is paused while reloading. The ability is disabled as you switch from your secondary weapon if you reach 0 capacitance and 0 charges, or if you reactivate it. Only usable if you have at least 1 charge. There's no cooldown. So this thing's pretty interesting. Some people say that it actually doesn't pull the shot to the weak spot all the time, which I have kind of seen. So it's something that needs to be improved upon. But hey, for now, I think it's okay for what it is. But it's still kind of fun to use. A restoration protocol. Advanced Combat Doctrines now restore 10% toughness per second for the duration and instantly clears all suppression on activation. So this is also going to pair very well with Power Overflow. Remember, the more toughness that we can generate, we can give that back to the team. Writs of Ammunition Enumeration. While Advanced Combat Doctrine is active, gain 15% fire rate, increase to 30% after 4 seconds. Piercing Sight. When Advanced Combat Doctrines is active, gain 30% ranged cleave, 15% ranged critical strike chance, increase to 30% ranged cleave, and 30% ranged critical strike chance after 4 seconds. So yeah, this is really good. I think you gotta get this one, if you're gonna be using Advanced Combat Doctrines. Readiness Doctrines gain 25% reload speed for a duration of Advanced Combat Doctrines, and for 5 seconds afterwards. Calculated Priority. While Advanced Combat Doctrines is active, elite kills grant you 5% damage for 10 seconds, stacking 5 times. So this is actually going to pair very well with this one. So if we can get this to go off together, we're gonna get like what? This gives you 20, and this is going to give you 25? Wow, so 45% extra damage if we get both of these to go off. Damn, that's pretty good. Next thing we're going to get is Reactor Coil Recharge. Weak spot kills generate 2% capacitance. Sure Shot Cogitator Sync, plus 25% weak spot damage. Wow, that always trips me up a little bit. But that's the build. And let's go take a look at the weaponry. So just like the previous build, I think paired transonic blades can be pretty useful because it gives us the chance to get a lot of critical chance build up here. Alright, so let's look at the stats first. 80% into everything except for cleave efficiency. That's fine. I think that's the best dump stat we can use right now. Perks, plus 25% damage versus unyielding enemies. Those are going to be like monstrosities, most of the bosses that you fight. Plus 5% melee critical chance. Blessings are going to be Shred, plus 4% bonus critical chance on chained hit for 3.5 seconds. It stacks 5 times. It can generate one stack per swing. You can replenish it when you attack. Of course, it does have benefit ranged weapons, but when you pair this with Riposte, you get another 16% critical chance for 4 seconds on a successful dodge. Can be refreshed during active duration. Procs on dodging melee ranged, non-gunners, Reaper snipers, or disabler attacks. Alright, so this one's pretty cool. I think this will pair very well with the idea of just like high critical chance, and that'll allow you to bypass armor. If you want alternatives, the Mechanicus Power Sword would be an interesting thing to try. The supercharged thing, when you hit it with a energized hit, will give things brittleness, so it'll just increase damage from all sources. And then the Bloodthirsty blessing will just be very handy dandy, because that's 40% extra critical chance. So just hit something small, kill it, and then go hit something big, right? So ideally you want 80% into everything except mobility. This is the best I could get, but still that's pretty good. An alternative, the third alternative is the Shock Maul. 80% to everything except mobility, 25% damage to carapace enemies, plus 5% melee critical chance, high voltage. So when you do shock something with your weapon special attack, you point it at someone like a baton and you shock them, you'll be dealing that extra damage. But most importantly, that will get us to activate Skull Crusher. Target receives 4 stacks of 10% damage if it's already staggered, which it will be when you shock it. You could give it max of 8 stacks, last 5 seconds, you can replenish it. So this will be good to catch a Crusher, Rager, that's going to attack someone. Then it'll just open them up for the rest of the team to go ham on the target. Alright, the curios is going to be blessings of maximum toughness, combat. The perks are going to be combat ability generation, ally revive speed, toughness regeneration speed. So we're going to get 2 toughness regeneration speed to get us back to full toughness as fast as we can. That way, when we do get back to max toughness again, that's going to allow us to do power overflow to help out the rest of the team. So whatever excess we do regenerate is going to give it back to the team, right? Help them out. The last curio is going to be +1 wound, just to give you an extra chance to live. So yeah, that's it. Alright, I'm going to pause it now, get a game going in Auric to test this out, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, let's do this. Hunting grounds, Auric. Testing out Galvanic rifle for Advanced Combat Doctrines with power overload. Cop, 2 robots, and who was the third or the fourth? Another cop? 2 cops and 2 robots. We're both sitting opposite sides of each other. How fitting. I forgot to turn on my VTuber bundle. Here we go. Okay, load. Let's do this. This will actually be a pretty good combination. We can like frontliners and whatever the other Skitarii is. Might just be 3 frontliners, and I can focus on providing supporting fire. Ooh, no dog build and dog. 1 person left.
I'm always happy to help the Inquisition, of course. But why now?
Your knowledge of biological malfeasance and illegal trade proves too valuable to pass up.
I'm an entirely legitimate businessman, Explicator.
I'm sure.
The timing isn't ideal. Still, it's always a pleasure to serve.
Looks like the heretics have been making sport around here.
I like the audio dialogue that they talk about here.
Engage all hounds of rage. Do not let them close. Well delivered.
My goodness. That's already 1 power overload.
This district should be in ruins. It would be had anyone actually fought the invaders.
Streets like these are never as quiet as this.
Oh, owie, yes, get off. Help me! Help me!
Someone has to turn this tide.
Ouch! My God, they just don't want to leave me alone. Oh. Almost didn't see.
Fire has ceased. You kill as regularly as you do. Such is my duty, and yours.
Thank you. Wow, we absolutely decimated that fool.
MDK equipment. Capital.
Group up and let's get this finished.
Maybe I should have left it for Red, I think. That's my bad. Oh. Oh my God. Getting destroyed. Cool.
So long as you bestow your gifts in the Lex's service, then I take no issue with your claim. I do not care. As is your prerogative.
Oh, candy. Not bad. I'll let the other guy take it. No, I needed it. Oh wait, never mind. I'm okay.
You instigate! Vile sentiment! Don't fear their firepower!
Goodbye.
We're clearly dealing with an established setup. The enforcers have been looking the other way for some time.
You said it yourself. I have a nose for this sort of thing. Don't it special,
Open the door so I can hide in here. Alright, let's clean this crowd up.
Do not squander the ammunition.
I was in need. You were not. Forward, Homer!
I should have petitioned Morrow for more teams.
Not too bad.
Could have shut down
Did stumble a
every
little bit
active
at the
visitor
start.
at the carnival. Just don't get complacent. This isn't our
Oh
turn.
no, the
Theirs.
YouTuber model stopped working. Hello. Alright. I don't need grenade.
Carl? Is your box playing up?
We are trapped.
Hawk signal compromised. Do not lose heart.
That's so blinding.
Assassin's minorities one more. Not going to show. Assist me. Mutate. Raise will not prevail against the legs.
Okay. I need to conserve my ammunition.
Good. Comms are working again. And you're not all dead. That's a bonus. Quiet, Hall. Let's find that production facility. And do try to stay alert for other little surprises. You're going to need an alternate exit. Better create one.
This way.
Let's get out of here.
Demolition charge set.
That's enough of that. Back away. Bring us down. Texas minorities one more.
We've lost too much time. Keep moving.
Private breaking with no head.
You are correct. Be impressed.
First on neutralize.
I'm not leaving you. Got 8 shots left. Thank you.
Get that door unsealed. The production facilities can't be far. But be ready. The heretics won't take kindly to your presence. Is the stream looking good?
Thank you.
Shutting crowd pacifier!
Not a good time to use up ammo. It's a good time for the servo skull to regenerate the ammo anyways. Multitasking. I got you, brother. This music's so dope. Wow, blah, 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 blah.
Why are they always so slow?
We have lost the players.
Never stop swinging.
Any base station.
I still clean up that tiny little wound.
Forget your pain. It weakens
Leave a hound nearby!
It endangers our purpose.
Half the district must be involved in this enterprise.
Hello.
Possible.
Go on, give it a smile.
That would be wasteful, even were we
You
capable
take
of
if
such.
you want.
I know. I
And we will keep going longer still.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Monster eliminated.
Sound like flamethrower. Wow.
I've seen your operation aboard ship.
Unkind explicator. Very unkind. They have an expected position.
You guys get really, really close.
All right. Crash grenade. Ammo sighted.
Ooh, Medicaid, I don't need it.
Got a chance. Oxlamer! Thursday, you're eradicated.
Sniper eliminated.
Door surprised me. They won't have expected you to get this far.
Group up! You need to be together for this!
They're laughing at us. Thank you.
Alright, you're in. Deploy your servo soul. Let's gather as much intel as we can. All specters out. We need that dicta.
Alright, he's on his own.
Down.
The match and mend improvisation of these facilities really is quite something.
Please keep your personal observations off this channel.
Okay.
To the servo soul before the heretics regroup. That's a substantial signal. I need time to analyze it. Secure the perimeter.
That dude held his own against a big crowd. That's very impressive.
I think that's everything we're going to get. Destroy the synthesizer chambers and get out of there.
Dog Flamer! That
Watch the trapper dog!
Nice, that was good teamwork.
On your target! You explosions won't shut this operation down.
Yes, but it feels good. It might even save a few lives.
Get out! Alright, let's go.
Heal thyself.
Look at Biggie.
I have a location on the Genesis chamber for the stairs. Find it.
Another generator. Another victory for the next.
Turn that off.
You'll need to shut down that refractor.
Turn it off.
Find a way.
Regard the unblessed one, learn.
We're making progress.
They don't do this is working. Watch out!
Our function is severely
Oh no, he's gone! I got you. We're leaving together.
All sectors are showing enemy reinforcements are inbound. Time to get out of there.
This is how it is done.
join me through the smoke.
GG! Wow, that dealt even more damage than the previous build, 605. Less damage to the boss, but overall damage is significantly higher. 100,000 over. Wow. Okay, yeah, I like his name, Clanker16 Gamma. That's a cool name. They all got cool names, what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is the power of Power Overloaded Advanced Combat Doctrines. It's pretty good. Alright, so let me know if there's any improvements you think that can be made to this build. let me know if you take a spin for, spin on this, and if you take it into Havoc
Now hear
40.
this.
I'm curious how that would
No dead
work
are to
out.
be jettisoned until further notice.
But I'm not that good to go into high level Havoc, at least not right now. But yeah. Alright, before you head out, appreciate it if you can help me out by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Change that notification to all, and that will allow you to keep up with all the stuff that I make, gameplay tips, builds, things like that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye, rejects.